Hello and welcome to another LLA VOD review. Today it's Rainbow Seven versus Estral Esports. So next week there's going to be like a pentagon system. Each win is a 2-point, and I believe Furious, Estral, Infinity, All Knights, and Rainbow Golden. So it's going to be super exciting, and it's going to be very tight. I think I wouldn't be surprised if like let's say Furious doesn't get in or Infinity doesn't get in the to the gauntlet, because like all the top 5 teams are so damn close. So yeah, it's gonna be about like the preparation and like the draft, and now is the time these teams have to be playing well, and we'll just have to see into like this weekend what kind of draft they're going to do and what kind of performance they're going to show. So let's just go through like the draft of this game. So Rainbow Seven, they're on blue side. They first pick Hecarim, and Hecarim's a very strong pick right now. And yeah, so like Rainbow Seven has a pretty like team fight oriented comp, whereas Estral, they also have a bit of a team fighting composition coming out from them. So it's going to be super interesting how these two teams develop and play through a side, because there's not many like sides that they can play through. But I would say like I would give an edge to Rainbow Seven's drop, just because they do have the Hecarim, they do have like the Vayne, who can assassinate the front or the back line depending on what champion they want to play, and it's a lot more flexible. Whereas Estral Esports, they're very the comp is very like standard, but there's nothing flashy about it. Like sure, like they have like amazing poke into the Vayne, but like Vayne will lifesteal that off, and like if they ever get into like a bad position, these the Hecarim, Alistair, and the Gnar will set up like the damage for the Vayne to actually perform and just can clean up. Whereas like these guys want to set up and they don't want to be flanked, or they just want to keep poking at the back line. That's the game plan of Estral Esports. So let's see what actually happens in this game. But like I said, like not much should happen, and it's going to be super interesting like what both these teams can do at the Rift Herald area. So like I said, not much should happen. Bit of a lag. Alone versus Leza. I think Leza's been performing exceptionally well in LLA. Like I'll do my tier list. You will soon see my tier list, but I think Leza is the best mid laner in LLA. Even among like some of the maybe just one Korean mid laner. But anyways, yeah, Leza's been playing super well, and I think he has been like the pivotal point of like Estral Esports team composition. But anyways, like not much should happen. Like I said, Gnar gets ganked. Does he die? Yes, he does. So bit of a poor play coming from Ray, not recognizing the jungler can go for like a potential gank, and like Oddie obviously playing Hecarim, like he didn't really play through like the as expected matchup, because like Udyr is really strong when it comes to ganking gank wise compared to the Hecarim. And Alone comes and he actually dies for it. So very poor start coming from R7, and it's something that maybe R7 needs to improve when it comes to like their game plan. And yeah, and Oddie goes for like another gank coming from mid. Like it was a nice try, but like like Gnar died, then Victor died, then Hecarim goes in by himself. So there's a bit of a like not very coordinated, or like where about the jungler is. And then again, like Mighty Bear did path up very like weird way that it was kind of unpredictable for Estral Esports. I mean, for Rainbow Seven to recognize his pathing wise, because like 1v1 like Gnar should win. 1v1 at mid, like nothing should really happen. But like yeah, Mighty Bear's just playing really well when it comes to like ganking wise. So he's doing it again, and this Gnar is dead again. So like very good ganking coming from Mighty Bear, but it's a bit of a shame that it's the Udyr who gets the who's getting all these kills and not the laners, because it would really help if the laners get the kill, not the Udyr. Like that extra 200 gold, that extra 150 gold will make huge difference when it comes to like Herald fight in 8-minute mark. Like, it's funny because like I said like nothing should happen that much early game, but Udyr already got like a triple kill and Na died twice, which is very weird when it comes to like this sort of matchup. So not much should happen, like I said, but the good thing about Rainbow 7 is like Oddie's been power farming like crazy, so like Oddie's actually like somewhat strong when it comes to these kind of play, and here comes Oddie with the gank, and yeah, so like Hecarim gets the kill, and Oddie's just there was just a really smart pathing from Oddie. Like, I think Rainbow 7 is a good team. They just need to play around Oddie, and like Oddie has this veteran status, and like he should know where about enemy junglers. Like, and the laners kind of need to facilitate for Oddie to make, because Oddie can definitely carry like these sort of games. And so for Rainbow 7, if they want to work on their early game, they really need to work on like the communication. Maybe it's communication, I'm not sure, but like they just need to listen to Oddie and just play around him, because like their players are not that bad. In fact, their players are good. Like so like a lot of these players have like a lot of experience, except for CEO, who's a rookie. But it's going to be quite exciting how Rainbow 7 actually plays in the Pentagon, because I'm kind of rooting for them to like go all the way. But we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, so like whereas Estral Esports, they play the early game well. Now they just need to like make sure it translates well into the mid to late game, and make sure you have some sort of vision set up with the jungler and the support, and allow the Ezreal and Corki to actually go for like in a poke scenario. So this is like the byproduct of like Udyr being 3-0-0. Like usually, like I think Rainbow 7 should have like an upper edge when it comes to like Herald timing. I mean, it's pretty like 50-50, I would say. But the thing is, like, Na did get killed twice. Udyr is 3-0-0. So Estral Esports is awarded with both Dragon and Rift Herald. Yep, so not much should happen once again. Rift Herald, it's going to be quite interesting how the Udyr is going to use his Rift Herald. And here comes Oddie and Shadow roaming together, and yeah, but the thing is, like, even though Estral Esports got that 3 kills, it's the Rainbow 7 that's moving around the map first before these guys are. So that's for ultimates used. Corki didn't TP, obviously, and yeah, Victor came here nicely, and Vayne as a bot against Ezreal, so she's going to be happy where she is. And Leza versus Alone, they're just going to W away, so it's fine. Yeah, so like, despite this Udyr being 3-0-0, like, they should just, you know, be playing around like Corki package timing. Like, there's not much tool that Estral Esports can do, so that's why like it looks like Rainbow 7 has the tempo, but Estral Esports, they're a bit accelerated, but it's still the gold is onto the Udyr. And the thing is, like, Udyr, yes, he has the 3 kill, but look how much CS Oddie has. He's been taking Udyr's camp. I believe he took like 3 Raptor respawn, so that's actually huge XP and huge gold lead for Oddie in terms of like CS wise. Obviously, Udyr has 3 kills in his pocket, but the thing is, like, he's level 9, he's level 8, so like he's 1 level ahead of him, even despite him having 3 kills. So Mighty Bear, he should just put the Herald mid. Yep, good job. He has like not much of a winning lane, so yeah. Hopefully this Herald gets like a charge in. Good. And so the next Herald that Estral Esports does get, they should put it mid, and just get mid priority for free. And they're giving up the Dragon as well on top of that, because this Udyr is quite scary. Arce is playing well defensively, but then again, like, there needs to be something happening on the opposite side of the map, or something, they need to play defensively, because like right now the state of the game, like Renekton is not happy with the state of the game, because like Renekton is like, Renekton can snowball, and like he's not a great late game fighter, and him just being zoned off like this and being 30 CS down despite Na dying twice really speak about the game and state of the game. So like, remember what I said at the start, like it's the draft kind of favors the Rainbow Seven, because like, just because this Udyr got the 3 kills and Na died twice, imagine if Na didn't die twice. Like, this game would have been super easy for Rainbow Seven, and it would have been a clean like Rift Herald transition for Rainbow Seven. Obviously they can't contest the Dragon, because they have a Vayne who kind of wants to scale, so yeah. So here comes a bit of a fight. Ezreal has the Essence Reaver, whereas Vayne she's still spiking, and Corki has the package, so it would be wise that Rainbow Seven give up this Dragon. But as we see, like, they're going for a bit of a fight here, I guess now. Here comes Ray, and the Victor dies, but the Vayne needs to look at Vayne. The Vayne gets a lot of free damage, and yeah, so like, this was just a very clean up fight coming from Estral Esports. So once we look at like the game, like Ezreal needs to be with the group, or like Rel needs to be here, like zoning the Victor. So he did a good job, but the thing is, like, Hecarim is like already on top of this Ezreal, so like there's like no peel coming from Estral Esports. Like, if they had a Braum, it would have been a lot better, but the thing is, like, they don't actually have any proper peel coming out from them. Like, these 3 champions wants to go forward, maybe with Corki with a package, but then again, like, you have a poke scenario comp versus like the composition doesn't really meshes well with each other. So like there's like a huge gold gap between Rainbow Seven and Estral. Like, there's 50 CS difference coming from the jungle. I think Oddie's been playing really well, and this Vayne all of a sudden has 200 gold bounty. So like, this Vayne already getting quite scary, and like, and the thing is, like, once Corki and Ezreal gets behind in terms of level and like in terms of like priority, that's when Corki and Ezreal pick sucks, because they want to be the one that's pushing first. They want to be leading the minion into the tower. They want to be the one that's poking these guys out. So like, this is the scenario that Ezreal and Corki doesn't want. Yep, and there was a very brave ult coming from Hecarim, because like the Dragon is coming up. So like, this fight will be super interesting how these things will go, because right now, like, they got the mid tower, so like, this is good for Ezreal Corki. Like, but someone needs to be here for Ezreal and Corki to actually poke, because like, they're clearing the minion, but Rainbow Seven is clearing the minion as fast as Estral Esports. In fact, Rainbow Seven cleared the minion a lot quicker. And here comes the Dragon. I think the Dragon, it's gonna be gone, like, to either team, but the thing is, yeah, so it gets reset, and Hecarim doesn't have ultimate, so this is a big piece of information that Rainbow Seven can use, and Rainbow Seven actually gets it, and this is a huge 4-man knock-up coming from Rainbow Seven, and like I said, like, there's not much peel coming from the Estral Esports lineup, so like, it's going to be super difficult for both Ezreal and Corki to actually peel for themselves. I mean, they have to peel for themselves, and they don't actually have like a ADC that can, I mean, they don't have tools to like really disengage. Like, even though like it looks like this was a very nice 4-man knock-up, and this is like the old appeal that they can get, but like, the thing is, like, once they do get jumped on by the and once they do get hit by the Stride Breaker, it's going to be so difficult for Ezreal and Corki to dish out damage. So they just need to scale, and Udyr probably need to like front. There's so much Udyr can do, and this is like, and by no means like Udyr is like a god tier champ, because like he's just he just has a very simple kit. So like there's like not much of a real comeback scenario when it comes to with like picking Udyr. And Lezzo wastes his package timing, so I don't really like how he picked up the package. Like he should, maybe his package comes back up for the dragon, but he really should have his package for his dragon. So like I said, like this is like not the scenario that Estral Esports really want, and this is a really good trade coming from Ray, and Shadow gets caught in between. And where's the Corki? Corki's a bit far away from his team, and Gustruk actually dies. Then here comes the Vayne, kills the Ezreal. Like I said, there's like not much peel coming from Estral Esports lineup, and I really like how Rainbow 7 has. I really like how they're putting a lot of trust in this rookie of CEO. Like they're putting him on Vayne, they're putting him on Kai'Sa, they're putting him in Samira. Like I love those kind of champion who has like a lot of outplay potential. And like CEO has been playing super well, and the fact teams have to recognize that he does play these kind of champion, it's a scary thing. Like if I was coach of like Estral or like All Knights against Rainbow 7, I'd be super scared, like watching out for like the potential of like picking Samira, picking Kai'Sa, and like all this Vayne in this game. Like it's so super scary. Like there's not much champion that can actually kill Vayne. Obviously, like there's like a combo potential, but Vayne has a tool for herself as well. So it's gonna be super scary how this Vayne, like how these Estral Esports deal with this Vayne. Because if you look at the Vayne right now, it's just super. Like she's just gonna do so much damage. It's so scary. And the game kind of snowballs in favor of Rainbow 7. Like if Estral Esports got the third dragon, maybe it would have been fine. But then again, like the power of the Ezreal Corki is just not there. Like he's one level behind. He's like even level, but like I think like Victor should be slightly ahead of Corki. But the thing is, like it's hard for Ezreal and Corki to actually dish out damage. Okay, Corki is ahead of Victor in terms of experience. And Ray gets caught, but it's fine. Like actually it's not fine. The Vayne was spot side. So like I'm not actually sure what happened. Like Ray's actually going after Corki, and Rails, and they're taking dragon, so there's not much pressure coming from the opposite side of the map, and this was just a well done play from Estral Esports, but there's no objective being taken. So like no rail flash and no Nav flash, but I would say I would value the rail flash a lot more, because you need that rail flash to kill this Vayne. Yep, so like they have the 2 item power spike coming from Estral Esports, but if you look at on the other side of the map, this Vayne has 3 items, so this Vayne is super scary. Yep, just gonna fast forward, not much is happening. Yeah, but like the key thing from this game is like, yes, Mighty Bear got these 2 kills for Estral Esports, but it's like the ability for them to actually go for like a fight, and they actually didn't fight well at the Rift Herald. That's when the game really turned around, and that's when the Vayne really, became really strong. So once again, like Lez's package timing is just really off. Like he should be saving it for the dragon. Like now he doesn't even have it for the dragon. Like if he have it for dragon, these guys should be scared. Like even the Vayne should be scared of like the package. Like just because like this Vayne is 500 and has 650 bounty, if this Corki has the package, you gotta respect the package. But the fact he doesn't have the package, he's a lot weaker. Yep, and Corki actually solos the dragon. Okay, this is a interesting trade coming from Rainbow 7. I'm not sure if that is like the right call or the choice. That was super good by Shadow. And it's the Mega Gnar. Does he have ult? Yes, he does. I think the Vayne can actually clean up if she gets into like a right position, because Rel doesn't have the ultimate. There was a huge big one from the Corki. Yep, so it's a trade for Dragon for Baron, so it's going to be quite interesting how these two teams actually snowball from... I mean, like, it's going to be interesting how Rainbow 7 snowballs with the Gnar. But it should be quite easy. Just put Vayne by herself and just everyone else group up to Gnar, or just have like 2-3 or 3-2, depending on what your comp wants to do. But the thing is, like, Estral Esports, they do have the third dragon, so maybe the next dragon will be a big, huge turning point for Rainbow 7. Yep, but Gnar's doing super well. Ray's playing super well despite being 3-0-3-8. The scoreline doesn't really reflect his performance. Shadow's been shadowing his teammates really well, but he is getting chunked a bit, so it's, like him, he can't really do that, and like, yeah, he just needs to position himself a bit more defensively, especially like if he just gonna take that free poke, because taking free poke, not good idea. Yep, here comes the Alistair ult, and the Vayne's gonna kill their front line of Estral first before they do, and they just killed the Renekton. So like, I believe this is the game. Maybe? No, the game doesn't finish, I guess. Yeah, so the Force Dragon. Oh, that's a lot of damage onto the Victor. Oh, that's a huge Gnar. Huge Alistair combo. And here comes the Vayne. Vayne's just gonna clean everyone up. Yeah. Yep, and Vayne is super fast because of PD, and she got the double, she got the triple, and quadra kill. So yeah, like I said, like the Vayne, like they just need to use their ability a bit more carefully. Like especially like the Renekton and the Udyr and Rel. If you don't blow this Vayne up, she's just gonna carry the game. And we saw how, you know, this 11-0-0 Vayne just cleaned up their front line, and there's nothing that Corki and Ezreal can do. Like if they had like Brom or like some sort of peel and getting off this Hecarim and Gnar, then they actually had some decent chance against like this Vayne, because you know Vayne is very short range. But these three champs kind of wants to go in, so they get too forced into like the scenario that Vayne wanted. So the Vayne pick was super good, and looking forward to see like CEOs like Vayne or like even Samira that he played before. Like it's gonna be super exciting how Rainbow 7 is gonna play. But the big thing for Rainbow 7 is like the early game. They just need to listen to Oddie. Like I'm not sure what the comm is like, but they just need to clean up and just play the teamfight game, because it seems like the teamfight is pretty good. Like both Oddie and Shadow has been setting up the team fight well, and same with Ray. Like I forgot to mention it, but the thing is, like the early game part, it's just a bit lacking. Whereas Estral Esports, I said it this multiple times, like the vision setup is very poor coming from the jungle and support. It's going to be hard for Leza and B-Boy to actually dish out damage, like if they don't have the proper setup. And if they do go, and this game, like the front line did went up a bit too forward, like per se, like this. Like they just need to let Corki and the Ezreal poke. Like of course the dragon is going up, but like why are you guys standing here and giving Gnar like a free ultimate? Obviously like B-Boy positioned it horribly, but the thing is like they need to play it back front to back. Like I know it's hard against Vayne, but like you guys need to like poke the carries out before doing anything. So that's the VOD review. I'm like I said at the beginning, and I'm just probably going to say it all throughout the thing.
But it's going to be an interesting Pentagon. I wouldn't be surprised like if Rainbow 7 didn't make it, Estral Esports don't make it, even All Night's not making it, like, or Furious Gaming. So like, we'll see. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.